What's your story? If you're a follower of Jesus, how did you become a follower of Jesus? I don't know if we always think about our stories being powerful tools and messages. You know, for me, I grew up in a Christian home. Both my parents taught in church, and so I was in their class growing up. And I just remember at age 16 being challenged to make my faith my own, make a decision to follow Christ on my own and not to live on my parents' faith, not just to do what I had seen growing up. And so at age 16, I became a Christian and have been following God ever since. And the reality is I'm not perfect, but I have never wavered from just knowing that I will do that till the day I die. And that's my story, kind of in a nutshell. There's a lot more to it, obviously, but what's your story? You know, in 2 Corinthians 5, we're really faced with the truth that God gave us a ministry of reconciliation and that He's using us in our stories to tell the world about the love that God has for people and to reconcile others to Himself through Jesus Christ. And we read that in 2 Corinthians 5. And I'm going to read here in verse 20. It says, "Therefore, we are ambassadors for Christ, God making His appeal through us. We implore you on behalf of Christ to be reconciled to God." And I love that, making His appeal through us. Each of us has a story. Your story is not my story. There's some that are going to be similar. There's things that we experience that will be similar, but you have a different background. You have a different family that you're from. You grew up in a different part of the country or world, and so your story is very different. And God gave you that story so that you could be an ambassador. He will make His appeal through you, and He makes His appeal through me. And so I want to encourage you today to think about your story and encourage you. Here's the challenge: to share your story with someone else this week. Someone not in your family. Maybe they need to hear it. Maybe it is somebody in your family, but somebody that isn't a believer. Share your story with them so that they can hear that message from God through you, that your life, the history you have with God is His appeal to a world that desperately needs to hear about Christ. So that's my challenge to you. Share your story. Have a great day.